Okay guys, welcome to the second tutorial in this Arduino series. In this particular series, we are going to go further and continue from where we left the last time. So if you did not watch the previous video, please do well, go back and watch it. Okay, so we're going to be explaining some of those code and we are going to reconnect some of those components and have a better view of what is actually happening. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you a top view of my table. Okay, so we are going to be continuing from where we stopped the last time. So this is my Arduino Uno again. Now, but this time around, I have a breadboard, I have an LED, okay, I have an LED, I have a resistor, and I have some jumper wires because I want to connect a circuit on my breadboard. Okay, so for those of you that don't know how to use a breadboard, I will just maybe give you a brief understanding of that. Okay, so in a breadboard, you see that you have dotted lines. You have dotted lines on this. Okay, so depending on your orientation, this is your horizontal, and this is your vertical, depending on your orientation. Okay, so watch this. Now, all these that goes like this, okay, all the ones going vertically like this are all connected together. So all these things are connected together, okay, and they are insulated from this one. So this guy is different from this and also different from this and so on. So, but everything here like this is connected together. Okay, and then this is your positive rail, this is your negative rail. Okay, so I am going to be connecting up this LED to the pin 13 of the Arduino Uno. Okay, so it does not matter where you put it, so I can just put it anywhere. Now on your LED, as you can see, one of the lines, one of the terminals of the LED is longer than the other one. Now the longer one is the positive, so I can just put it anywhere on my breadboard. Okay, so but make sure you don't put it like this, because if you put it like this, it means that they are both connected together and it won't work. Okay, so turn it this way, put it like this. Then we need a current limiting resistor. We need a current limiting resistor to limit the amount of current passing through the LED. Now, this particular one is a 1K resistor, but you can, of course, use anything between 1K resistor and 300 ohm resistor, and it will work very well for you. Okay, so but make sure you add a current limiting resistor so that it doesn't burn out your LED. Okay, so what did I do? I'm connecting one of the terminals of the LED to one of the terminals of that current limiting resistor. I'm putting the other terminals on another end, so it doesn't matter where you put that again. Now I need one of these jumper wires to connect my ground. So remember that this short one is your negative, so I put it here and then I place it on the negative of my Arduino Uno. So where is the ground? Let's look for ground on the Arduino Uno. So ground, so see GND, GND. So you can put it on either of those. Make sure it is on the negative. So I put that and then I get another jumper wire. I will connect it to the other terminal of the resistor and then put it on pin 13 of the Arduino. Pin 13. So I will look for pin 13. Pin 13. Make sure you are putting it on pin 13. Okay. So wow, that works. So as you can see, once I connected that to the pin 13, you see it's blinking. It's blinking, guys. It's blinking. Wow. Okay. So why is it blinking? It is because we connected it to pin 13. Okay, because we connected it to pin 13. Now, if I remove it and put it on another pin, let's say I put it on pin 8. Let's say I put it on pin 8. What happens? Boom, it doesn't blink. You see, it doesn't blink because we are not controlling that pin yet. So for us to control this pin 8, we need to go back to our code. So let me put it back on pin 13. Let me put it back on pin 13. And then let us go back to our code view. Okay, so give me a minute to set up. Okay, so I am going to go back to my Arduino. So I click on my Arduino and it opens up. Okay, now this is exactly where we stopped the last time. Now, if you don't know how we got here, so what do? You go to File, you click on Examples, you go to Basic, and then you go to Blink. And once you click Blink, it opens this up. Okay, so let us continue. Now, remember I told you that for any Arduino code you see, you will always see two important aspects. And what is that? You will need a void setup and you will need a void loop. Okay, so what is happening? Now, the first thing we did was, now there is what we call a pin mode. So if you're taking notes, make sure you take note of this pin mode. Now, what is pin mode used for? Now, pin mode is used for initializing our pins. So whenever you want to use any pin of the Arduino, anytime you want to use any of this pin on the Arduino, like we have seen earlier, make sure you initialize the pin mode. Make sure you use this. So pin mode, so small p and then capital letter M, pin mode. Then when you come up to that pin mode, you see that in brackets, there is something written here. This is LED built in. Okay. Now LED built in means that this code lights up the built-in LED, which is connected to pin 13 of our Arduino. Okay. And it is setting that LED build pin as an output. Output means you want to send out data from that pin. Now, what happens? If you look at our LED that we connected earlier, you see that it is not, our LED is not inside the Arduino board. It is an external LED. So, but why is it lighting up? The reason why it is lighting up is because our LED is connected to pin 13 and that built-in LED is also connected to pin 13. So if I change this to 13, let us see if it is going to work. So remember, we are still explaining the code, but let us understand what is happening here. So if I change this to pin 13, let's see if it works. So remember to click on Tools, make sure your board is on Arduino Uno, make sure you select your correct COM, and then you click on Upload. So let's wait for it to upload and see if it's still going to work. Okay, so let's wait. It has uploaded. Okay, done uploading. Now, what is happening? It is still blinking. Come on, it is still blinking. Okay, so it is still blinking because this pin 13 is the same as built-in pin. Okay, so don't worry about writing that built-in pin. You can just always use it as pin 13. Now, that is that. Okay, so let us now go to the void loop. Okay, so what does the void loop do? The void loop is where you put in something that you want to repeat itself. So if you want your code to run several times, you have to put that part of your code that you want to run several times inside the void loop. As you can see, what is happening here? They said digital write. As you can see, this is the first instruction, digital write. Now, what is digital? A digital means it has two values. It has a value of 1 and it has a value of what? 0. So digital write. Digital write meaning that we are going to send a digital signal to the built-in pin. And what digital signal are you sending? You're sending a high. You're sending a high. Now, high means 1. Now, if I change this to 1, let's see if it is going to accept it. Okay, I'm just trying out. Let's see if it is going to accept it, or will it call us for an error? Let's see. It is compiling the sketch. It is compiling and is uploading. Wow, it works. Wow. Oh my God. It actually works. So you see, digital write LED pin 1. So what does 1 mean? 1 means on. Okay, so let me change it back to high. And then delay 1000. Delay 1000. Now, what does delay mean? Delay means pause for a while, because if we don't put this delay, it is just going to be blinking but too fast for our eye to follow. So what do? We put in a delay of 1000 milliseconds, meaning 1 second. So just know that 1000 means 1 second. Okay, so if I change this to, let's say I change it to 500. Okay, let's say I make it 100. what is going to happen? Tell me what is going to happen. So I click upload. What is going to happen? So let's see. So you see, if I it is going to be on for 100 milliseconds, and then it is going to be off for 1 second. So to off, you see, it is, you see how it's blinking now. So you see it's blinking a lot different than what it is before. Okay, so of course I can also change the delay on this part. I can also change it to 100 and see what is going to happen. So just make sure you're playing around with this thing. Okay, it's very, very simple. So this, from this now, you see that you can control so many things. Okay, you can control so many things. Later on in the video, we'll be adding some more logic. Okay, so you see it's blinking much more faster. Okay, is blinking much more faster. Okay, so what is digital right doing? Digital right is actually the same thing as what is happening here. So, but what are we doing? We are turning it low. And what's the meaning of low? Low means turn it off. Okay, so what am I going to do now? I'm going to be giving you an assignment. Look at my assignment to you. My assignment is pick out 2 LED pins. So you're going to get 2 LED and you're going to connect one of them to pin 8. So one of them is already connected to pin 13. You will connect the other one to pin 8. Now when you connect it to pin 8, I want you to blink both of them. I want you to blink both of them. Now, make sure that they are not blinking at the same rates, okay? So use exactly the knowledge you've understood from what we explained here and tell me what is going to happen, okay? So maybe you use red LED and a yellow LED. So let the yellow LED blink faster than the red LED. Now, if you do this tutorial, make sure to comment and tell me you are a boss. Okay, tell me you are a boss. And then if you're watching this video on TikTok, I'm not sure if TikTok allows us to actually maybe send pictures. Okay, send pictures on the comment section. But what I want you to do is I want you to duet the video and tag me, and I'm going to reply. Okay, so see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.